Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be ranking each DC Multiverse Batman figure from 2024 so far. And this is just my opinion. You guys can let me know down in the comments what will you rate these Batman figures. So first off, here we have is the Ben Affleck Batman from Batman vs Superman. This is one that a lot of people have been waiting for, and once we got it, it got mixed reviews. Uh, for me, honestly, the body, I didn't like the body that much. It's alright, but I would have loved for it to be a bit more bulkier. And the painting on the suit was okay, but the one thing that bothered me was the back. They didn't paint the back as they did with the front. The batarangs were too thick. They already had the perfect batarang from the Justice League Batman figure. Those had the more accurate batarangs. This one's, I don't know why they went more thick. I don't know why they went more thick and less detailed batarangs, but they had the correct shape. The head sculpt was okay. It doesn't look that much like Ben Affleck like they did with the Justice League version. That one was Ben Affleck. That one's like a 10 out of 10 head sculpt for me for Ben Affleck. This one is like in the very middle. So if I have to rate this guy, I'll give it a 7.5. Next up here we have is Val Kilmer from the Batman Forever wave. This one has been recently been announced, and I mean, it's a really great figure. It just bothers me that they didn't paint the figure correctly like they did the first time with the six-pack, where it comes included with all the live-action Batman. Um, but everything else, it's really good. But like I said, the paint they did with the cowl, the boots, and the gloves, it's not correct. Everything else looks good. They nailed the head sculpt. It does look like Val Kilmer. So with this one, since just based on the paint they did with this guy, I have to give it a 6 out of 10 because the paint does bother me that it's not accurate to the movie, and they already did an accurate version of this guy, so I don't know why they didn't go that route. I know that they didn't want to put out the same figure because that's what Mcfarlane does. He gives you the same figure, but he always tries to do something different, like different head sculpt, different paint, like they did with this guy. But so yeah, 6 out of 10. Alright, next up here we have it's Knights and Azrael Batman armor. And it is pretty accurate except for that little pouch of or pouches that he has around his leg. I don't think he has that in the comic. Also, I would have loved for them to given us a open hands instead of fisted set of hands. I would prefer the open one like he does most of the time in the comic. He has like an open hand like um like claws. But overall, really good. Like I said, it's accurate. It's pretty good. It has a lot of good detail. The color is correct and all that. So I will be giving this figure an 8.5 out of 10. Alright, next up here we have is Batman from the JLA wave, where you build a figure of Plastic Man. Now this one, I'm kind of tired of this body mode. It's not my favorite body mode of Batman. It worked for me with the 3 Jokers the first time they put it out. I liked it, but this is just not my favorite body. It's also not accurate to the comic book Batman that they show in the JLA comic books. I like the black and yellow combination here, and I also like that they at least try to implement some kind of blue wash to it around his gloves and his cape and a bit on his head sculpt. But like I said, I'm tired of this body mode. I don't really like this body mode for Batman. I believe it's too bulky. So yeah, I have to give this guy a 5 out of 10. Next up here we have is the Batman first appearance. Now with this one, I believe they absolutely nailed the first appearance of this Batman. My only complaint with this Batman figure will be with the articulation on the head. If you move the head to look up, there will be a huge gap in there. If they would have fixed that, I probably would have given this guy 10 out of 10. But everything else from accessories to hands to the wire cape, perfect. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Alright, next up here we have is Rebirth Batman Digital Wave, which if it's a digital, 0 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding. This guy, I'll give it a 7.5 just due to just being a repaint. I really love that they included another, I guess, Bruce Wayne head sculpt with this figure. I kind of don't like it. I don't think the I don't think there was a necessary to put the the Batarang and the grappling hook gold. I would have preferred them for the just to be black. But I really love the combination of the blue and gray with this Batman. And yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Next up here we have is the collector's edition and the most recent Batman Frank has revealed. And it's the Manga Batman. Now with this one, I really love that they included a lot of accessories, which obviously they have to because it is a collector's edition and you're paying more for this figure. Uh, the only thing I don't like about this Batman is the colors, but that's just on me because that's it is accurate to the source material, so that's just a little bit on my preferences. But overall, really great figure. It kind of reminds me of the Batman from the Batman cartoon. I believe it was 2007. I believe that's the year of the cartoon. I'll put an image here and you can correct me down in the comments. But yeah, that's just my preference. I don't like that kind of color with this Batman. But like I said, it is accurate to it. It's accurate to the comics, so I'll give this guy 8 out of 10. Next up here we have is the Skydive Batman Hong Kong. They absolutely nailed the head sculpt with Christian Bale. It does look like Christian Bale. The accessories, I also like the accessories they give him. I like how they included the little bomb in there. Really great. My only complaint, like with the original Christian Bale figure, it's the coloring on it. I think it's a bit inaccurate to the movie. But other than that, pretty solid figure. So I'll give this guy a 8.5 out of 10. Alright, next up here we have is Batman from the Batman Arkham Knight video game. This is supposed to be the prestige version. Um, I really love the yellow symbol. I would have preferred they wouldn't change the color of the suit, but like I said, Mcfarlane loves to change something so it doesn't look exactly like the previous one. Um, and just like with the digital version of Batman, I don't I don't like that his gadgets are gold. I don't think I don't think that's necessary to make them gold. But like I said, McFarlane just wants to make something different to the previous one they released. So with this one, and they also kind of improve on the head sculpt with this one. The eyes are a little bit more better than the previous Batman Arkham Knight figure. But yeah, like they changed the color of the suit. They gave the gadgets gold for some reason. So I'll give this guy a 7.5 out of 10. Alright, Knightfall Batman. This is one that people love the most. I'll give this guy a 10 out of 10. Well, I would have give this guy a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the 30th anniversary one and the blue version. Now, if this guy was the blue version, I would give it a 9.5. But since it's a black version, I'll just give it a 9 out of 10. Because the blue version actually looks better than the black and gray version of this Batman. You guys can tell me down in the comments which one do you prefer, the black version or the blue version of this Batman suit. Next up here we have is the Knightson Batman, I believe, from the 2-pack Batman vs. Bane. Now obviously I'm just going to be reading the Batman, not the actual 2-pack. So far the head sculpt, not a big fan of the head sculpt. The damage version of his his body, I would have loved for them to do sculpted. I think I already said this in one of my videos. I know McFarlane has done that. That's why I'm like, come on, you have done sculpted battle damage Batman figures, so why not do it with this one? Because I'm pretty sure it's just painted and it's not actually battle damaged. But everything else, the body mode, the wired cape looks pretty good. I really love the combination of the blue and gray with this one. So yeah, I'll give this guy an 8 out of 10. Another 2-pack here we have is the Bizarro Batman. Now this one, this one could have been good, but it's just the laziness they went with this one on that bat symbol. It's really distracting once you see it. So, I mean, I would have given this guy a 7.5, but with that bat symbol that they didn't even bother to fix it, I'll just give it a 5.5 out of 10. Like I said, I would have given it a bit more higher, but that bat symbol, that my friend didn't bother and I don't know, cover it up or do something with it. And they just left it there. Yeah, 5.5 out of 10. Oh, you know what? I'll just give it a 6. I'll be nice and just give it a 6 out of 10. The figure is not bad. It's just the bat symbol, like I said, really distracting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to do more of these. I could do with Superman or just the whole wave in general, like all the figures that so far Mcfarlane has put out for 2024. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.